William Hill, the home of betting.
Tormore starts off in the Queen Anne, second to Night of Thunder in the Lockinge. How's he come out of that race, and what chance of turning the form around with his stablemate?
He's every chance, and it was well documented that Night of Thunder was a little bit more fit than he was going into the race. He's a better horse than he was last year. There wasn't much between them in Ascot last year at the back end. It's the French horse is the one to beat, but I'm quite happy being on Tormore.
What did you make of him last year, Tormore? I mean, he was a champion 2-year-old. He came out and won first time up, but then things didn't really go his way until the end of the season.
Yeah, he won a Craven just because he was good. In the Guineas, he just hadn't come to himself. He looked a bit starey, and as the season progressed, he got better.
Looking at the opposition this year, Abel Friend and Solo, the two overseas raiders, I mean, many are billing it as a two-horse race between them, and you're going to be left out fighting for minor money. Do you see it that way?
No, I'm not too keen on Abel Friend. He's a very good horse in Hong Kong. He tried the Derby trip and he didn't get it. That's an easy mile and a quarter around Sha Tin. A hard mile in Ascot, we're going to be going full pelt the whole way, and I think he's going to find it very hard to get home.
And looking at the Coventry Stakes, Logout Island now bought by Godolphin, so unfortunately you're not going to be on him in the big race, but you rode him at Ascot, and did he seem like a Coventry type to you?
First time I rode him, I thought he was quite good anyway, and at halfway, it was only a 5 furlong race in Ascot, and halfway I said let's go, because I felt he needs 6, and he won very impressive. He's straightforward. He's done really well in the last 3 weeks. Have kept my eye on him now and again, and he's starting to, physically he's doing well.
And just could we touch on how it works with Richard Hannon's 2-year-olds? I mean, the yard's well known for its juvenile runners, and they all work together in the beginning, don't they?
They come along, and myself and Pat Dobbs, Kieran O'Neill and Sean Levy, as the season goes on, we get on as many as we can, and as they come along we say, yeah, he's ready to run, and it's like a rota system. We'll ride a couple and we'll say they're not ready, and they'll be put on the back burner for 6 weeks, and they come through that way, and now and again you sit on one, you go wow. And that's what you get up in the morning every day for. Windsor Castle, Orvar might run in that. He won in Salisbury. Could be the ideal race for him. I liked him the first morning I sat in him, and I was in Ireland. Pat Dobbs won him in Salisbury. He's quite nice.
And of course the headline horse for you on day one, Soul Power, going for his 3rd consecutive win in the King's Stand. He must be one of your favourites.
He is, yeah, he's a fabulous little horse. But the same as usual, I need a bit of luck and running. I just did learn one thing about him the last few times I've ridden him. He's a little bit claustrophobic, and he doesn't like too many big horses around him. In Hong Kong he got bullied out, and a little bit the same in Longchamp. So that's why we sacrificed a little bit of ground halfway in the race. He wouldn't want to be getting bashed about by bigger horses beside him. But a nice draw would be ideal, and come there late. And
we shouldn't read too much into his defeat last time in Ireland.
No, 6 furlong slow ground. I was surprised he went off near favourite. Travelled okay in the race. People might think I was sitting pretty at him, but the warning signals were out at halfway that I wasn't that happy. But he needed to run somewhere because he missed the race in Newmarket. So it was basically just to get a run into him somewhere.
Heading into the race this year, how confident are you that he can do the hat-trick?
Well, he's at his best at Ascot because they go so fast and they slow down at the end. In York, I just got there in time because very flat track and the speed holds better. But in Ascot, they start coming back to you. Probably a furlong and a half from home, and it just gives you a bit more time to get there.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the St James's Palace, you might not have a ride in the race, but you have come up against the big horse in that one, Glen Eagles, a few times. How good do you think Glen Eagles is?
He's a very good horse, there's no doubt about that. I would have huge respect for the horse that won in France, the Guineas. Andre Fab doesn't bring them for nothing. I just love the way he put his head down. You don't see many horses gallop like him, and I think he's the one to be feared most.